is a red flared firework essentially, and he looks and he says, "That's an emergency signal." And he looks and he's like, "That must be group 3. We've got to get over there. That is not good."
So I have a cloak. I suggest okay, Ilikhal says if they're in trouble, we should probably plug our ears so we don't have to waste time fighting the Harpy's call. Yep. I have a cloak. I'll tear it into pieces and hand some out.
While you're tearing that up, do I have time for a quick rest?
A short rest?
Yeah.
Short rest is at least half an hour. Probably
15 minutes.
It is at
15 minutes is like
15 minutes.
Dicey.
You want to be there in 15 minutes most.
We need to get going.
All right.
Definitely not a short rest. Yeah, I can tear cloak as we move.
Yeah, so you're tearing the cloak up and you're trying to make it into like something to tie around your head, cover your ears.
I was just imagining like little strips you would just put in your ears.
Strips to stuff in your ears, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, give 2 to everyone.
Trying your best. Ronald, you don't have ears.
They have something to hear.
Yeah.
I can give them like a strip to wrap around their head or something. I don't know.
You're doing your best.
You give them the exact same thing. You have no idea.
That's true. That's a good point.
And I try to tie it around my head as best as I can.
2 tiny strips.
Yep. Trying.
Have fun.
You 4 begin to. Thad is like, now we need to go, and you take off towards that direction. You begin running and running. 2 minutes. A little bit of heavy breathing. You running for 2 minutes is like actually running for 2 minutes is running. A little bit of heavy breathing,
especially with all our gear.
Yeah. 3rd minute. You hear another poof and firework. Not good. You get near where you think that first one occurred, and you begin to slightly hear.
What is that tune?
That is the tune from Into the Woods.
Thank you.
That one is that Rapunzel sings.
Yeah. Okay.
You can still hear it. Make your saving throws with advantage, though.
Okay. Dirty 20.
That's enough.
23.
It's enough.
I got a 5.
With
Even
advantage?
With advantage?
Yeah.
Oh,
not enough. You guys are running, and Ronald, a little stunned, seems to stop for a second and relax. Loosey goosey. Thad notices and smacks you.
Does
1 damage. 1 hit point of damage.
Oh,
Thad
nice.
saved that for a bit.
Okay.
1 hit point of damage.
Yeah, I was thinking that before. Like anyone who's not the harpy damages you. Boom.
1 hit point of damage, and you can re-roll, I think.
Yeah, I think that's what you said.
You don't automatically succeed, but you can.
Also, Thad's hand probably hurts now.
It hurts to slap people in general.
Also, Pilot.
Yeah, especially Pilot. But
Shit.
Oh, no.
I rolled a nat 1.
Oh.
Come on. Oh,
Oh.
my God.
all right, so I need everyone to roll initiative.
Yep.
Again.
14.
11.
Thad rolled 17. 14 for Ilikhal.
Yep.
Pilot, Ilikhal, you guys get to decide between the two. Players get to decide who wants to go first.
I'll let Pilot go first so they can make their saving throw as soon as possible.
Pilot, 14
Sure, thank you.
Ilikhal. 14 to Ilikhal. What was Alfonz?
11.
11 for Alfonz. Die.
Pilot just really likes music.
Yeah. Just vibing. How many times I'm going to say that tonight? I don't know, but it keeps applying.
Enough. Enough. You will say it enough times. Not saying that is enough. You will say it enough by the end of it all.
It was gonna be like a grand harpy or something. I knew I should have saved a spell slot. I knew it.
Oof. It's okay. You have cantrips.
Doesn't matter. Can't do mage armor with cantrips.
You cannot.
Yeah, that does suck. But
And
is shield
shield
spell
is level
slot?
Also a
1.
spell.
Yep.
So that sucks.
Yeah, he blew all 3 in that first fight.
Mm.
I thought it was over.
But what to do as a wizard, he made some kills. So the 4 of you, note, you
Well,
are
the 3 of us.
the 3 of you, the 4 including Thad.
No, but Pilot is charmed.
Pilot also sees this, but does not recognize. There's a large building. It looks like once it was a temple that is kind of sunken into the swampiness and kind of given way. It looks like the steeple has fallen off as well. As you approach, you see standing at the steeple is in the lake pretty much, and at the shoreline there's a harpy standing on top of the steeple just singing and just kind of like swaying in song. And there's another harpy on the ground, and as you look, this harpy claws and bonks. There's one individual who has a bow, and he just goes limp. Potentially unconscious, potentially dead.
Okay, how far are we?
100 feet out. Thad goes first. Thad recognizes the individual with the bow as one of the Kingsguard. You can kind of tell from here they're in Kingsguard regalia, and like you can tell he gets mad. He dashes. Thad moves 60 feet and gets to here.
Where are the harpies? Sorry.
Thad moves 60 feet, gets to here. Harpy 1 here. Kingsguard person there. Harpy 2. This is on top of the wall, above the door. So this is probably 20 feet up. Okay. This harpy singing. And that's all you see as of right now, as you were running up. Mm-hmm. The rest of you are 60 feet that way. Thad makes it to here. And as he's running, you see him reach into that side sheath where the tridents are, and he pulls a trident. And as he gets within 20 feet of the target, he like crow hops and just throws the trident. The trident actually spirals as it heads towards this harpy. He manages to get just within range, not roll a disadvantage.
Nice.
Rolls a 15 to hit. That hits for maximum damage. Ooh. 8 damage to this harpy.
I imagine it was probably injured before we got here.
I hope.
That is a good thing to imagine. And it was injured.
Where are the other 3 people that should have been with this Kingsguard?
You do not see them currently. This harpy?
Oh god, they're the mob. Watch.
KGlow, assuming the worst.
Everything is the mob.
Don't cross the mob.
This harpy was looking a little like haggard, but was really like messing that guy up. Potentially messed up the other 3 that were with him. And the trident catches it right in the chest and sticks, and it rears back, and like it looks really disoriented, and it's looking pretty dang messed up. And it goes to Pilot. Pilot, you move 70 feet.
Yeah.
Here. Just shy of within 5 feet of the harpy. And you make a saving throw. Actually, you're moving towards this one.
Yeah.
But you would pass by this one along the way. You make a saving throw.
I rolled a 7.
Oh my god. Pilot, you don't even have ears.
This is fine.
And then it goes to Ilikhal.
I'm gonna do pretty much the same thing Thad did.
Harpies. Hold on. Oh. Harpies are at the bottom door. You're good. Harpies rolled 4 for initiative.
Okay. Yeah. Also, the one attacked the guy right before Thad did.
Yep.
So
it worked out really well.
Adds up. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna dash as a bonus action, get within 60 or move 60 feet, and then I'm gonna throw my javelin.
It's the Thad. Throw a javelin.
I'm within 30 feet.
You are definitely within 30 feet.
Okay.
You are 20 feet away. You're between 15 and 20 feet away.
Does a 12 hit?
A 12 does hit.
Oh, thank God. Okay. 7 damage.
Okay, harpy trident javelin barely on its feet.
Nice.
Damn it.
Looking way worse for wear. Goes to Alfonz.
I run in too, as far as I can. 30 feet.
Oh, Ilikhal.
Mhm.
You can't dash and make an attack. You can only dash.
Isn't dash a bonus action?
Dash is a bonus action for rogues. So you could
Really? Oh shit.
You could be 30 feet back,
Yeah,
and you
that's
would be about 60 feet away to throw the javelin.
So what if we retcon and I roll another dice for my disadvantage?
For the disadvantage, yes.
Yeah.
That'd be fine.
Yeah, it still hits. It's higher than the last one.
Okay. You big throw with the javelin. Still fine. We're good. You are 15 more feet that way.
Wait,
off the map.
how did Thad do it? He's not a rogue.
You're also right.
Oh, jeez.
Is that far back also? My bad. Thad with disadvantage. Rolled higher also.
Thad did it, so I was like, yeah, dash must
Yeah,
be a bonus
my bad.
action.
Yeah, I'd like to dash,
Thad,
guys.
exactly 6 feet away. Also did the same thing. We're
Okay.
good.
Cool.
That is also 15 more feet that way. You and Thad are both 60 feet from the harpy.
Okay.
Rogue actually dashed all the way up. Alfonz, you move up, I assume.
Yeah.
You are also 15 feet that way.
Okay. Still within range, so I'm gonna cast Firebolt at the closest harpy.
Okay, that is this one.
6.
That is not enough.
Hmm.
Firebolt goes over its head.
Right.
All right, and as you all watch from the woods over here emerges the young roguish individual pilot. If you were awake, you would notice, and he dashes from the woods. You also notice he was in group 2. This was supposed to be group 3. He arrives really out of breath, and is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 40 feet away. Will this work?
Did you enter him into the initiative?
It will. I did.
Nice.
He rolled an 11, so he's right after Alfonz. And you see him. He pulls from his belt. He pulls a dagger, and he just throws it as hard as possible.
Ooh.
Everyone lobbing stuff at this poor harpy.
And
That's
so
all we can do.
He dashes into the clearing, and he gets it, and he pulls, and with like one big throw, throws a dagger, and it flips. It probably does 5 entire rotations, and catches the harpy right in the neck. It's just enough. Yeah, it is. He can't. He rolls 5 damage. The harpy had 4 hit points.
Nice.
And it catches it in the neck, and the harpy slumps and dies.
Nice.
Right there in front of you. He catches it. And you see him, and he's like, look at it. He's like, yes. Like he kind of like is just like you see a minor success. Like, got it. With a astounding dagger throw. That's a 40-foot throw. That is
I don't like this guy.
talent.
Inhuman.
I like him. He's cool.
He's the
Harpy
mom.
dies. Harpies are up next on 5. This harpy sees that angry, flies 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. It is almost 40, and attempts to attack the young individual. Attacks once with its claw, with its talons. This is not my harpy dice anyway. Harpy dice, not enough. Attacks once with a club, also not enough. It swipes and it clubs, and he, even out of breath, you see him, he drops into a low crouch and then dodges out of the way. Drops into a low crouch as it swipes, and then kind of pushes and falls a little bit to avoid the swipe of the club.
I hate this guy.
You see You don't see actually. The harpy's nest back here.
Oh
Emerges the
no.
third, and flies 40 feet to there, to where that one
Big 40
was.
feet.
10, 20, 30. 40
You right,
feet
Kay?
there, 40 feet to there on top of the roof.
Less cinematic, but more accurate.
Less cinematic, but does fly to there.
It's also worse for
And-
us.
Begins to sing, as they want to do. This one has left the nest. I need.
Oh, we have
Send
advantage,
her.
right?
Yes, you all have your ears covered.
I got a
Individual does not.
23 anyway.
Nice.
What if I'm still charmed by the other
I think
harpy?
the other one stopped.
You are immune to other harpy songs while they are charming you. So this one
Did that harpy it didn't take the bonus action to continue singing?
Yeah.
It did take the bonus action. It did
Okay,
not use
fine.
the bonus action.
Also, I got a dirty 20.
Okay, you all save. That saves as well.
What
so
about
this one,
mystery man?
He appears to not be affected by it either. So he either saved or is immune.
I hate him.
Okay.
I love
Superhuman.
him.
Okay, he's the
I will
mom.
protect him with my life.
I hate
I
him.
thought you were
I want to
protecting
kill
me with
him.
your life.
All right. We'll see.
What?
Does Pilot have a life?
Is Pilot alive?
Or am I purple?
So that was that harpy's move. Harpies are done. Top of the order. Thad is up. He's there. He can move some amount. He's gonna be making a death save. He's gonna run up to his friend. and
Idiot.
attempt a medicine check to stabilize him. Because that is what he would have been taught to do, and that is what he will want to do. Can somebody tell his medicine, wisdom, or intelligence?
Wisdom.
That is enough. He does manage to like look him over. He kind of like slaps him. He, like it's not like CPR, but he does manage to make a medicine check such that that individual is stabilized and is not going to die unless otherwise made so. That individual is stabilized. Then it goes to Pilot. You
I
did not save.
did not save.
25, 30. You move all the way up to the harpy that was singing. Once
So
you were
what
within 5 feet, trying to get with 5 feet, it doesn't avoid opportunity attacks for moving, damaging terrain. Da 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 da. That's it. That's what you do. You move all the way to there, and you can make your saving throw.
For the
You-
love of God, please. Does a 15 work?
15 does
Oh,
save.
thank
You save.
God.
You come to consciousness
You're awake.
next to the harpy.
Finally.
You were immune to this one, so you're fine. Yeah.
As a very, very small bonus action, I look over at that dude.
He is out of breath, very sweaty, a little bit of harpy blood on him. He has not attacked this one yet. He's got other harpy blood on him.
Also, looking is free.
Looking is free. It's free
Okay.
action. He still looks like same dude. Definitely the dude you met last night. You're close enough. Looks like
I hate
like
him.
the dude.
I haven't met him.
No
I don't
more.
know about him. I just look at him, and Ilikhal hates him.
You
Okay.
shut your mouth, Ilikhal.
Hey now. No infighting.
Yep.
That's how the mob will break
He
us.
recognizes you also, and he kind of like you see him like he's sitting right now, and he's like, huh,
He's just
weird.
chilling.
He noticed you earlier also. Ilikhal, you're up.
All
you
right.
are 15 feet that way.
I'll get as close as I can to Harpy here.
5, 10, 15 is about there, so that's 10, 20, 30, 45 feet away from where you are.
Really?
Yep.
Longbow uses Dex, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'll attack with the longbow. Give it a
Okay.
shot, because
Instead of
otherwise I
rolling-
have disadvantage.
Effective -5 when you roll with disadvantage, or
Yeah.
+5 when you roll with advantage.
Oh, hey. 22.
Nice.
That'll hit.
Yeah.
Longbow. With this harpy.
And 9 damage with the longbow.
Not bad.
That's
Much
max
better than
damage.
0. Max damage. Let's go. Successful turn for you. Going to Alfonz.
All right, I'm going to move towards the other harpy.
Alfonz is going to move 15 feet to here, 5, 10, 15 feet to there.
Yep, and
So
I'm actually gonna attack the close harpy though with another firebolt.
Okay, roll the attack.
That's a 10.
10.
11
just hits.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Roll damage.
5.
Okay, better than 0.
Are they flammable?
They are not weak to fire. So you fire in hand, chuck, hits the harpy on kind of the back of the wing, catches on fire a little bit. Does not adversely affect other than harming. This individual is up next. He
Is stupid.
uprights and he draws a rapier from his hip and makes an attack with a rapier. Because there is an ally within 5 feet, he gets advantage.
Another rogue.
Nice.
And that will hit. So he rolls. He swings and he stabs the harpy for 8 damage. Goes from him to the harpies. Harpy attempts to attack him with claws. That will hit. With the bop. The bop will miss. Claws deal 7 damage to him.
Oof.
He appears to be hurt. He takes some slashes on his forearms. He throws up his forearms, and it digs its claws into his arms. He is armored slightly. He is bleeding, but he does not appear to be mortally wounded by the harpy's damage. And then it goes to this harpy, which has no one charmed, and is going to fly down 40 feet. That is less than 40 feet to attack Pilot. Claws. Does a 14 hit?
Yeah.
Okay, and the bop. The 7. Okay, claws. 5 damage.
Oof.
Pilot.
I am bleeding.
You are hurting. Pilot is hurting.
Well, are you bleeding?
Does Pilot bleed?
I
Pilot is
am
hurt.
leaking some electricity
Pilot is not having a good time.
How many hit points do you have left?
right now. 8.
Okay.
That's one.
Basically,
less
Alphonse's.
Not feeling good, but not the worst you could possibly feel.
I could feel
Feeling
like
as good as
Alphonse.
Alphonse always feels.
Good. This is what it's like to live as Alfonz.
Feels
This is
good,
the
man.
peak.
Terrible.
And it goes to the top of the order. Thad, who has stabilized his friend, will move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet. And since he has reach, can attack the harpy that is attacking Pilot. Thad rolls. It's cocked. Rolled better than possibly. Definitely hits. That rolls a d10. Rolled a 10.
Hey.
12 damage.
Ew.
Stabs as hard as he can. Harpy looking. This harpy that is. Nope. That was an unharmed harpy.
Mm-hmm. Unharmed Harpy, band name.
Unharmed harpy, absolutely. Hurt. Significantly hurt it pretty bad, but that is the first wound it has taken. Goes from Thad to Pilot. Pilot, you are up.
I would like to hit the harpy
one
that's
will
in
not get you
between.
sneak attack. This one you cannot get sneak attack. There's not a friend within 5 feet. He's 10 feet away. This one you could get sneak attack.
I would like to attack the one I get sneak attack on.
Good plan. Go for it.
That is a 14.
That will hit. Damage plus sneak attack.
Do you have to move their mini a bit?
No, they are within 5 feet. It just looks like it's really far.
Oh, I see.
The
Big
individual-
wingspan.
Yeah.
That is a 11.
That is almost enough. It is looking very messed up. Very bloodied. Not having a good time. Almost dead. Verge of death. Not great. Ilikhal, you are up.
Am I within 30 feet of Harpy?
20,
Yeah, that one.
You would be 5 feet shy.
Okay. Can I reach the other one?
20, 25, 30. You would be 10 feet shy.
All right. I will move within 30 feet, and throw another javelin.
There. Really messed up one, not messed up one.
Really messed up one if I'm
Alright.
doing javelin.
There then, and that'll give you a straight shot right at it.
Perfect. 21.
That hits.
Yep.
Not a lot. About 10.
4 damage.
Uh,
Does that do it?
Really
Nope.
messed up.
Damn it.
Come on.
You said really messed up,
in the
Noah.
neck. It is really messed up. You would guess on a scale of 1 to 38, it had about 5.
Oh my god, that's infuriating.
Ooh, Theo, you really messed up.
Not happy.
Shut up. Okay, you kill it then.
I will.
Alfonz, you're up.
Yes, I have to. I'm gonna attack the really messed up one.
Okay, just with the firebolt, or are you
Yeah.
gonna move it all?
Firebolt just from there.
Yep, go for it.
That's a 10. That's a miss.
Not enough.
Oh, you really messed up, KGlow.
Just
Yeah,
one.
but that's expected of me.
Just
Oh,
one.
poor KGlow, why didn't you kill it?
A lot of people in that
Come
area
on.
trying to
You had everyone
curve the
down.
firebolt. Not enough.
Can that hit Ilikhal?
Could, but you didn't roll bad enough.
Friendly
Roll too
fire.
good.
Rolled too good, he
Goes
says.
to the roguish individual. Rolls enough to kill it. He does minimum 1 damage. Thanks, Ilikhal. Really set him up for the coup de grace. With a
God
big
damn it.
swipe of the rapier across the front of the harpy. The harpy loses consciousness and dies.
This guy sucks.
Harpies last. This harpy is going to attack Pilot because he's right there. It's doing its best. Claws. 12 to hit.
Does not hit.
And bonk. It bonks with above 20.
That's a bonk.
4 damage. Bonk. And that's
Uh-oh.
what it kind of sounds like. Bonk.
Yeah. Adds up.
Bonks you over the head. Goes to
There's
top
a
of the order.
little dent in my forehead, I assume.
Kind of in like the back of the head a little bit. Thad moves the rest of the way, trying to give enough room. Tries to corner the harpy, prevent its escape. Back away. He makes an attack roll. 7 plus 4 is 11, which is exactly what he needed.
Hey.
8 damage. Hurts it. It is looking bloodied. Not necessarily like really messed up. Bloodied. Goes from Thad to Pilot. Pilot, you got bonked by this harpy.
Would like to bonk it back with my rapier.
Feel free to bonk.
Maybe
That
don't bonk
is-
with a rapier. Might not be effective.
I would like to stab with the rapier with a 17.
17 hits.
And I get sneak attack.
You do. Ally within 5 feet of the creature.
So that's a 15.
It is looking pretty dang messed up.
Damn, Saph.
Not enough to kill it. That is significant damage. Not enough to kill.
Sneak attack is
Ilikhal,
pretty OP.
you're up.
Yeah, sneak attack is good.
Yeet.
I will finally move within 5 feet of a harpy
You will.
and attack with my greatsword.
This side. Great score. Slice.
14. Yeah, that hits.
That hits. You kill it. You do minimum 3.
Oh, okay, cool.
Your strength bonus alone kills it.
Cool. Lovely.
The dice. If you would like to roll dice, just to know, like, that you
I
can't do
would,
that else.
honestly. You kind of robbed me of it. I don't like. Nice. 11
Nice.
plus strength.
Plenty is what you rolled. 11 out of 12, almost max damage. And you, unlike Fancy Rogue Boy, bury your sword in this harpy, and it just crumples. And you're like, haha, yeah.
Eat shit, fancy rogue boy.
Dead harpy. So you take out that harpy. That did manage to save this person. This person is just unconscious. Will regain consciousness eventually, unless you guys heal him somehow, which none of you are healers.
We have
Is
one
the-
healing potion at least,
Yeah,
if
You
we
do
wanted
have
to
healing
use it.
potion if you would like to use it.
It's
And
my safety net.
where's this one? Is this
The
one?
only reason I would say we maybe use it is so we can ask him what the hell happened and where the other 3 people are.
My safety net.
Is the other rogue boy still kind of on the ground?
The other rogue boy, he did stand up. He is just kind of standing there. He is drenched in sweat. As you guys finish this, the other 3 people from Group 3 make it into the clearing.
Oh, from Group 2 or 3?
Group 2, sorry. Group 3, as you search around, there is an individual dead just inside of the place, and there is an individual unconscious, potentially dying over here. You'll have to make a medicine check to stabilize them.
Who has good wisdom?
Me.
Go for
What
it.
is it?
I've got a +2 in medicine.
Yeah, go for it.
That's a 15.
That is enough to stabilize them. You do manage to save this individual. So you have an unconscious person there, an unconscious person over here, and one unfortunate individual who volunteered to go on the harpy hunt for golden glory.
There should be one more, no?
Fell the way.
Or did this party only have 3?
I'm gonna say this party only had 3.
Okay, cool.
And unfortunately was up against 3 harpies. One was what? As you converse, do you converse?
Yeah, let's do that.
The individual with dark hair, roguish individual, cleans his rapier on his. He's wearing like a full cloak. It is not like dark black. It's like a gray. It's not like a rogue's thief cloak or something. It's like an everyday weather cloak. He does clean it on like the outside of his cloak, and he does sheath his rapier.
How old does he look?
You said early 20s.
Early 20s, not 25. Definitely not. Doesn't look worldly enough. Doesn't look beat down enough. If you will.
Yikes.
Fair skinned. Not like really pale complexion. Like has seen some sun, but is like kind of like KGlow looks today. Like has seen sun, but is generally kind of pale. Dark hair, strikingly like gray eyes as you interact with him.
I give him a quick nod.
He says, "It's good to see you again. I didn't get to introduce you."
Again?
He says, "My name's Corin."
Corn?
Corin?
I'm gonna call you Corn.
Okay.
Nice to meet you, Corin.
And he goes, "And your name? And your name?" And he looks at Ilikhal, "And yours?" He says, "In your name and your name," to Pilot, then Ilikhal.
Ilikhal.
Okay. Yep. It's what a good name. He says.
It's
kind of funny.
Philip.
Philip. Good name.
Why? I look at Ronald. Like, I don't say anything, but I'm like, what the hell?
All right, Philip. And you say Ilikhal?
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "Cool, I'm going to call you Call."
Okay, Corn.
He smiles at it and he goes, Where's the rest of Group 3? He said, Group 2. And the guys come running out of the forest. He said, "We only had 1, and we expected to fight at least 2. So this explains why there's an extra here."
Did I go with Alfonz to stabilize?
You did not. So Alfonz notes, like Alfonz kind of peeks around the corner over here.
Mm-hmm.
This person, that goes back to help out this guy. He has managed to get him conscious through just kind of like general, like he was stabilized. So it's really just about waking up an unconscious person, like somebody that got knocked out, although he's unconscious through injury. He manages to get him. He's like, come on, Dave, come on. And Dave like you see him like kind of like definitely he's eyes are open, but he's not taking everything in quite yet. He's lost a little bit of blood at least. You can see a few blood stains on him.
It's probably concussed.
On the ground underneath him. Yeah, he got bonked. He got clawed. Alfonz with a little more treatment. You managed to get this guy. I mean, he's barely more than a kid. He might be 18 or 19. Lucky that you got to him, and he had just this huge gash on his shoulder that you managed to tore his shirt, tie it really tight, but he needs to get back to town pretty quick, or like this could get infected. This could reopen. Like you've done a battlefield path on it.
You do have a healing potion if you want to be a good Samaritan.
Do not have to use the healing potion, but you could.
I think you'll be fine.
Alfonz like, this healing potion's 50 gold.
It's all I have left. Wasted 2 already. On some big lump in a seeking glory in an arena.
I was seeking your money.
Can I poke around this ruin real quick?
Yeah, looking for treasure?
Yes.
Make an investigation check.
While he's doing this, we're just having a really awkward conversation with Corin. Like, no one's talking much.
I've got a 12.
Okay. You go in here. You notice it appears to be a ruined temple. Above the door, you see kind of it's like a swirl pattern. You don't know. Not your pantheon.
Yep.
As you investigate around, you do notice this whole building, it actually looks like the building came all the way out to here, and the lake kind of rose around it.
Yeah.
You see this was once the steeple has fallen over, and it looks like you can see Harpy's Nest kind of poking out. Do you wade out to the Harpy's Nest as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so you investigate this whole area. You do climb up the stairs. You note that this was you very carefully come up the stairs. You note that there was a balcony here. It's kind of falling in places. It's not very much. You do wade out into the water, out to where the Harpy's Nest is.
Got your robes wet.
It takes some effort to climb up into it, but in the Harpy's Nests, you find 10 gold piece gems throughout the nest. There are rubies, there are sapphires, there's a couple 10 gold piece diamonds, kind of moderately sized diamonds, set in various rings, necklaces, brooches, 10 gold piece ones. And, ooh, okay.
I like the sound of that.
You just got 100 GP.
Easy. That's a spell.
Nice.
Ilikhal was afraid to get his boots wet. Would have missed out on a big payday.
I didn't even. I was busy talking to the rest of the team.
Hey, I stabilized the dude.
Debriefing. Good for you. We're all contributing.
Alfonz just kind of forgot to share this treasure.
Yeah, he totally just forgot. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
And he calls himself an academic.
That adds up.
All right. Interesting. And big boy. Ooh. Okay. Okay.
Goddamn.
That'll be fun.
Oh no.
I'm loving this suspense.
In the nest, you find a potion. First thing you find, you're kind of ruffling through the nest. You find amongst all these gems, they're sparkling. They're easy to pick out. As you kind of ruffle through the nest, no eggs or anything, but you notice a pretty large potion, like a potion size.
Mm-hmm.
And it is blue and is bubbling and steaming as if it's boiling within the potion vial, within the
Drink it.
thing.
You
can identify potions just by tasting it, putting the lid back on. I will say that you can taste a potion to identify. You could right now.
Not all the way out here.
If it is also, you could also identify poisons that way.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's either a potion or a poison. If it's a potion, you kind of feel the effects of the potion a little bit, not necessarily enough to make them happen. If it's a poison, you feel the effects of the poison a little bit, not enough to
just a little upset tummy.
Yeah.
Uncomfy level. You also find,
you know what? Let's taste it.
Okay, you pop the top. It does seem a little bit. You get a little bit angry. You taste it. You feel invigorated. You feel blessed. You feel heroic. This is a potion of heroism. For 1 hour after drinking it, you get 10 temporary hit points that last for an hour. And over that hour, you are also under the effect of the Bless spell.
Oh,
Whenever it
you get a
makes an attack roll
D4.
or saving throw before the spell ends, you add a D4 to it.
Nice. That's honestly
No
that's
concentration required.
a good one for Alfonz, the 10
Yeah.
HP.
You also roll another one for this. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know. Yep. Appropriate.
You don't want to give this to me. I see it in your
No.
eyes.
No, it's just appropriate. You find a feather. It looks like a feather, but it doesn't look like a harpy feather. There are harpy feathers all around. They're pink and red and white. This token is multicolored. This feather token is multicolored.
Okay.
It is not exactly it's a token. It's not just a feather. It's odd. It's too not a feather. It is a feather token. It is you'll have to spend more time with it to see what it does.
Okay.
It is a magic item.
God damn.
You also find you rolled 1d4 times on this treasure table, and I rolled a 4. So
Oh my god.
Nice.
you find a heavy cloth bag that is really just embroidered in a lot of
Yes.
colors.
Yes.
It's not that. That would be too easy. You would have had to have rolled 100 or something to get that thing. It is not that. Actually, that's not on this table, I don't think. It is not. I do not see that, what you want on this table.
Okay.
It's a heavy cloth bag, though. And it's probably not that big. It's not like a bag that you would wear. It's a bag, though. I gotta roll more. All right.
Like Christmas for Noah now. All the rolling.
Alfonz is
Okay.
getting all the treasure and stuff, but that adds up character-wise.
It does.
He's
weighs-
the one to look for it.
The bag weighs 1.5 pounds. Just you can tell by picking up. As you peek inside are 4 large, 4 beans.
Okay.
They're beans.
You said large.
They're like your beans.
Okay.
Probably like that big.
Dinner is served.
It's a bag full of beans. One might say it's a bag of beans.
Is it exploding?
Are these like
beans?
sensu beans from Dragon Ball Z?
The beans do a lot of stuff.
Oh.
You're gonna have to meet somebody who knows what's in a bag of beans.
Ooh.
Bag of beans does all kinds of stuff.
Okay. And there's only 4 beans and it weighs 1.5 pounds?
Yeah,
Holy.
heavy beans, including bag. 1.5 pounds. And
And
this one, this is the funny one.
Why are there 5 items?
Therefore, there was a potion.
Oh, the gold is not item.
No, that was not the jewels and things were not
the shinies from the
or magic
harpies.
items.
Okay, wow.
Don't worry, I'm not selfish.
There is a
Oh
I
no.
love it.
it's a box. It's a fancy box. It's 12 inches long, 6 inches wide, 6 inches deep. So it's like, but
We sell those exact size boxes at work.
Yep. It weighs about 4 pounds. As you're walking back to the group, like kind of wade in, it sits down in the water and you notice that it floats.
What's
It can
in
be
the
opened items
box?
It's like open it. It's an empty box. It's a fancy looking box, but engraved on the top and 2 of the sides are 3 words in Elvish.
Okay. I speak Elvish.
You do. One. Okay.
Putting you on the spot.
Yep.
I know a lot of languages.
One word in Elvish is something like, it's kind of like the Elvish word for canoe, but it's like a little like more flamboyant. Like it's not like the elves have personal like like 4-person boats they're a lot fancier than a canoe. Like
Mhm.
that is what this word is in Elvish. It's hard to describe in common.
Okay.
And the second word is like ship. It is the Elvish word for ship, like an actual like oceanic vessel. That's it. And then the third word is the word for box. So it's like looking at the 3 sides. There's on the top is like the fancy canoe,
Mm-hmm.
and no, on the top is box. it's a box that says box, and then on the 2 sides, one is the word for canoe, and there's like a little depiction of a canoe, and on the other side is the word for ship.
What the hell?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And so you find a pretty hefty box to be empty. But you kind of like take it out and you kind of wade back through the water, and yeah,
All right.
you make it back to the group. You found the treasure, of course.
I'll save it for now, so I don't have to split it with 15 people.
There are, as you talk, individual introduced himself as Corin, is starting to pile an Ilikhal.
Oh, I dragged the other dude back to the group. The one that I...
you dragged...
That too.
Other guy.
Other guy.
By the way.
No treasure for you.
Yeah, the groups kind of get together. You realize that you haven't heard anything from Group 1. You assume they're fine. Group 2 said, they only encountered 1 harpy, and that was weird. They were expecting at least 2. You guys mentioned that you encountered 2 at the 4th check-in, but there were 3 here, which is potentially why things went awry, especially because there were only 3 individuals here to fight 3 harpies, which is not good. Do you like pull Ilikhal or Pilot aside to like mention the things you found?
Not yet.
Okay.
They seem to be engaged in the conversation.
Okay.
No, I'm not. But I'm just all good. I'm
You've
just
got a
saying
good
I'm not
poker
engaged
face.
in this conversation.
There are Pilot, Ilikhal, Corin, the other 3 members of Group 2, Thad and Dave have joined in as well, and they're all kind of it's just kind of like a congregation chatting at this point. A bunch of chatty Cathys talking about stuff. You pull out the other guy, not dead, happy to not be dead. You do like, hey man, this guy probably we need to like kind of head out
After a short rest.
Yep.
No.
That's a short rest would actually be reasonable.
We just fought like
you said
3
this
fights.
guy needs to get back to town ASAP before.
Yeah, a short rest would also help him out too. Like he could maybe get treated by somebody who has a little bit of medical experience instead of the wizard who just kind of tied a knot and a bandage on his arm.
Hey, he survived, okay?
He did. You saved his life. You did.
What did you do?
Very thankful.
Ilikhal.
Oh, would you like to take a short rest?
Yes.
They if you do decide to take a short rest, they do make a fire. All the groups. Eventually, Group 1 fucked off. They're going back to town.
They're the heroes. They're the A team.
Yeah, they're Group 1 had the shortest distance to walk. They're like, we can make it back to the bar. We do make a fire. One of the members of Group 2 is a medic, so he is able to like kind of actually treat the other 2 people, healing them somewhat. He is not a magical healer. He is a mundane healer, but is able to actually patch them up to where they can make it back to town. And you're sitting there talking, just kind of sitting around the fire. A meal is made because you are all fairly hungry. You have exercised, you have fought, you've done all the things, and there's kind of a little bit of
I'm not
stories
hungry.
being told. You are not.
You would be by now, wouldn't you?
Necessarily hungry.
It hasn't been 24 hours yet.
Midnight. No, it is not midnight yet. It is like 6 p.m. The sun is about to set.
Can we go over what happens during a short rest?
Yes.
I think this is the first we've done.
Yes, this is a short rest. So over the short rest, you can attune to items. If you have magic items, you can attune to them if they require attunement.
Does the feather token require attunement?
No, but you can discover what the feather token does.
I would like to do that.
Over the short rest. You can also roll dice.
You can also what? Sorry?
You can roll hit dice to heal. You can also do your arcane recovery and get a spell slot.
Can I do both arcane recovery and look at the feather?
You can.
Okay, I'm
You can
doing
also
that.
roll hit dice as well.
Wow, 6 whole HP back.
You roll both of your hit dice.
I didn't take
You
any
also add a
damage.
con to that as well. So it's what you rolled on hit dice plus your con modifier.
Okay, cool.
Twice for your con modifier because you rolled it twice.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So when you roll a hit die, so yours are d6s. So you roll a d6, you gain that many hit points plus your Constitution modifier.
I'm back up to full.
Nice.
There you go. On a long rest, you get half of your hit dice back. So when you go to sleep, Ilikhal, you will be at 1 tomorrow.
Okay.
You were sitting, and as you kind of dole out, you subtly, if you wish to split the treasure, you can mention to the others that you found some treasure and you're gonna split it with them later.
Yeah.
Or not.
Yeah, I'd let them know.
But you can mention like you found a couple cool items that you're gonna hang on to.
Mm-hmm.
You start playing with this token, this feather token, and this tiny object looks like a feather. It is. As you play, you're kind of like holding this feather and like kind of like turning it over in your hand, and you're kind of like you're looking at it and you're like you're kind of like judging the heft, and you kind of heft it up and you toss it a little bit, and as you toss it, it disappears.
Huh.
And a full multicolored bird, enormous, above the group, takes its place.
What? Okay.
It appears to be a rainbow rock.
What is that?
You have found Qual's feather token, the token of a bird. You can use an action to toss this token 5 feet into the air. The token disappears and an enormous multicolored bird takes its place. The bird has the statistics of a rock, but it obeys your simple commands and can't attack. It can carry up to 500 pounds while flying at its maximum speed, 16 miles per hour for a maximum of 144 miles per day, or with a 1 hour rest every 3 hours of flying, or 1,000 pounds at half that speed. The bird disappears after flying its maximum distance for a day, or if it drops to 0 hit points.
Okay. I command the bird to take the 2 injured folk and fly them to town.
You all right. Immediately, you're like, you bird, injured people, take them to town. Bird picks up 2 people and flies off towards town.
Nice.
I'm so excited.
To have you know, you get to roll 4 times on the treasure table, which is 1 through 100. Closer to 100 is better. The rolls were 57, 83, 88, and 95.
Damn.
Whoa.
Nice.
The potion of heroism was the worst roll.
Damn.
The rest of everyone is like, what what was that? What did you just do? And Corin is like, that was a feather token. Those are really rare. He appears to know what feather tokens are.
All right. Where do I get? Do I have the feather token back now that the bird is gone, or how do I get that back?
The bird is the feather token.
Okay, so it'll return to me or at one point or another.
Well, you told it to take the injured to town.
Right.
It will come back.
Okay.
It will. I will assume you
was a noble deed anyway.
To also come back.
Yeah.
Should not get shot out of the sky by ballast day. But it's a rainbow rock, which was really odd. It's kind of like a ho-oh. No way.
Yeah, I love that's exactly what I pictured.
A rock is a gargantuan bird. Is enormous. They're really freaking big. It has 248 hit points.
Oh man!
But it can't attack.
But it can stand in front of me.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's a giant bird.
Holy crap!
Can carry you.
This is my fox. I need to name it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, you got Qual's feather token bird. It's statistics of a rock, but it obeys your simple commands, can't attack. So you told it to carry the people, and it did. And it's flying at its maximum speed. So it'll be back in like less than an hour.
Nice.
So like by the end of your short rest, probably it will have come back because it flies 16 miles an hour. It's not 8 miles across the lake. Yeah.
Holy.
Imagine like being in town and this bird just like flies in, deposits two people, injured people, and leaves.
The fisherman and just flies off.
Like obviously doesn't say anything. You like, what do you do?
Tend to the wounded, I imagine.
Yeah.
Corin like looks over and says, what else have you found?
There was this box.
Does Corin speak Elvish?
The words roughly translate to box, canoe, and ship. And I did note that it floated in the water.
He said, oh, that's what they roughly translate to that. And he goes, and he's looking, do you hand it to him?
Sure.
He kind of looks it over and he goes, I'm not sure, but he like hands it back to you and he goes, set it down and try saying the words in the correct language. He says, is this Elvish? He's like,
It is Elvish.
I don't actively speak Elvish. Sorry.
Do I want to do that right now?
You could.
I don't want to make a canoe boat box thing right now.
Everyone else seems to kind of have like this finders keepers mentality. You found the thing, it's your thing, so nobody's trying to like take it from you.
Yeah.
Hey, that's mine. You saved a couple of people's lives.
Yeah, I'm gonna save it for now. I'm not gonna say the words.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't say it. It's like cool. Anything else that you would like him to look over?
Maybe the bag of beans. Well, because why not? Don't eat my beans, but I found these beans. I hold on to them and maybe take one out of the bag. He knows what a bag of beans is. What is a bag of beans?
He's like, that's definitely a bag of beans. And you're like, yeah, no shit. And he's like, no, like a bag of beans. There are 4 beans. They're dry. The bag of beans is a lot of stuff. This is why the bag of beans is fun. If you dump the bag's contents on the ground, they explode in a 10-foot radius extending from the beans. Each creature in the area, including you, makes a DC 15 dexterity saving throw, taking 5d4 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful. The fire ignites flammable objects and that aren't being worn carried. That's if you dump them out. If you remove one bean from the bag, place it in dirt or sand, and then water it, the bean produces an effect 1 minute later. And we randomly roll that. So it could be, if you roll a 1, 5d4 toadstool sprout. If a creature eats a toadstool, roll any die. On an odd roll, the eater must succeed on DC 15 Constitution saving throw, take 5d6 poison damage and become poisoned. On an even, they get 5d6 temporary hit points for 1 hour. On a 2 to 10, a geyser erupts and spouts water, beer, berry juice, tea, vinegar, wine, or oil. 30 feet in the air for 1d12 rounds.
Oil geyser.
On an 11 to 20, a treant sprouts, a treant being the creature, which are huge and they're chaotic good. There's a 50% chance that it is chaotic evil and attacks. 21 through 30, an animate immobile stone statue in your own likeness rises. It makes verbal threats against you. If and others come near, it describes you as the most heinous of villains and directs the newcomers to find and attack you. If you're on the same plane of existence as the statue, it knows where you are, and it becomes inanimate after 24 hours.
This is basically wild magic, and I love it.
On a 31 through 40, a campfire with blue flames sprouts forth and burns for 24 hours or until it's extinguished. On a 41 through 50, 1d6 plus 6 shriekers sprout, which are monsters. They're medium plants. They're unaligned, but they are shriekers. On a 51 through 60, 1d4 plus 8 bright pink toads crawl forth. Whenever a toad is touched, it transforms into a large or smaller monster of the GM's choice. The monster remains for 1 minute, then disappears in a puff of bright pink smoke. 61 through 70, a hungry bullet burrows up and attacks. Bullets are large monstrosities, unaligned. They are tough. On a 71 through 80, a fruit tree grows. It has 1d10 plus 20 fruit, 1d8 of which act as randomly determined magic potions, while one acts as an ingested poison, and the tree vanishes after an hour. Picked fruit remains, retaining any magic for 30 days. On an 81 through 90, a nest of 1d4 plus 3 eggs springs up. Any creature that eats an egg must make a DC 20 con saving throw. On a successful save, a creature permanently increases its lowest ability score by 1, randomly choosing among equally low scores. On a failed save, the creature takes 10 d6 force damage from an internal magical explosion. On a 91 through 99, a pyramid with a 60-foot square base bursts upward. Inside is a sarcophagus containing a mummy lord. The pyramid is treated as the mummy lord's lair, and its sarcophagus contains treasures of the GM's choice. And on a 100, a giant beanstalk sprouts, growing to a height of the GM's choice. The top leads where the GM chooses, such as to a great view, a cloud giant's castle, or different plane of existence.
Damn.
Go home.
So it is Jack's magic beans.
Oh,
essentially.
really cool.
So that is your bag of beans. And after being introduced to it appropriately and learning they are command words, it is a folding boat.
Okay.
If you speak the command word, it folds into a canoe, 10 feet long, 4 feet wide, and 2 feet deep. The boat has 1 pair of oars, an anchor, a mast, and a lateen sail. The boat can hold up to 4 medium creatures comfortably. The second command word causes to unfold even more into a ship, 24 feet long, 8 feet wide, and 6 feet deep. The ship has a deck, rowing seats, 5 sets of oars, a steering oar, an anchor, a deck cabin, and a mast with a square sail. The ship can hold 15 medium creatures comfortably. When it becomes a vessel, its weight becomes that of a normal vessel its size, and anything that was stored in the box remains in the boat. Third command word causes the folding boat to fold back into a box, providing no creatures. Any objects in the vessel that can't fit inside the box remain outside of the box as it folds. Any objects in the vessel that can fit inside the box do so.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's insane. I've always said I wanted a boat.
Found a folding boat.
Happy birthday, Alfonz.
Birthday, Alfonz. You also, as players, found your first treasure hoard. Congratulations.
Nice.
Nice.
So I guess if I get a moment, I want to split up the gemstones with Pilot and Ilikhal.
It's actually Philip now.
It is Philip now. Yes, apparently.
So I want.
If we get like a quiet moment where no one else can hear, I'm gonna ask them about that.
Good choice.
Is there such a moment?
Yes.
Okay. So Ronald or Philip?
Yes.
That's the question.
Yes.
Why? Second question.
I shrug.
All right, good a reason as any.
Did I even ever ask for Ilikhal's name?
I don't think you did.
No, but Ilikhal gave it to you.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know my name, but I don't know if we ever had a proper introduction.
I look at Ilikhal and I say, you know you could ask for my name too.
My friend, what is your name?
John.
Ronald,
That's
Philip, John. Well,
I hand them 2 gemstones each and just say, at least that was settled.
okay.
Yeah. Corin, the individual, continues to try to talk to you guys. He finds you all very interesting, especially you, Ronald, Pilot, John. Ronald, Pilot, Philip, John. All the names.
Yep.
He looks familiar beyond meeting him last night. Just a little bit. Just a little, like you knew his relative, or something possibly. He looks like you would, you think you met, but that doesn't make sense because you haven't met anyone except everyone you've already met. After the short rest, you have gained hit points. You can return to town. You have a folding boat now. That'd get you back faster.
Ooh,
True.
that's true.
The giant
And it can hold 15 people.
You have less than 15 people?
Yeah, let's do that. So I
Take a ship.
put the box on the ground and I say, "Ship," in Elvish.
The box in the water?
Yeah, I put the box in the water. Put the box in the water.
It springs out into a ship. It is a ship on land. You say box, it folds into a box. You put the box in the water. You say ship in the water.
Okay. Ship is in the water.
That is a cool trick, my friend.
Thank you.
Nice.
Like this is all me. Like I had this all along.
You can just make any box into a ship.
You all pile into the folding boat. Avoid all possible combat going back to town.
Yeah.
Because you take the safest route.
Mm-hmm.
And also it's a straight shot. You almost beat Group 1 back. But they took care of it very quickly. You arrive back in town safe and sound. It is probably an hour after sundown. It's probably 30 minutes across the lake in a ship with sails and oars. Like you all are you just lightly row. Is fairly fast to get back in a ship powered by the elements. You arrive back in town reasonably. You could probably collect money tomorrow before leaving town if you wish to leave town. If you choose to go back to the Blooming Cedar,
I don't know.
You can. There are other places to stay. Thad offers. He says if you would like to stay somewhere free of charge tonight, you can stay at the Kingsguard post. Yes, they have some.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't even have a room at the Blooming Cedar anymore, so might as well.
Yeah. He says, it's the least he can do. You made it easy for him to travel back. You also you helped him save his friend's life. You also put in a lot of work, so it's the least the Kingsguard can do.
I also fold up my ship and it's back in my bag.
Of course. I did assume that one. Okay. Also, the bird is back to feather.
Oh, cool.
to say.
And that's once a day?
Yes.
Okay.
It still had plenty of time left, but you know better than to leave giant. It's gargantuan.
Yeah, I got you.
It's probably, the wingspan is probably 60 feet.
Oh my god.
It's a gargantuan creature.
It's my own Gundam. I'm really excited about that.
He's 60. Gargantuan is huge. Like, larger than a car. Like, larger than a bus.
Oh, yeah.
Could almost carry like a cart full of people. 1,000 pounds.
I'm looking up a rock now and like, holy crap, yeah.
Yeah, it's big. It's big. It's got a lot of hit points. But back to Feather. Feather goes somewhere secure on your body. Mm-hmm. You guys follow Thad back to the Ranger's Rest. He actually has a room that he shares with he has his family in town. He has a house. There is a barracks-y, there are a few barracks-y rooms, which appear to be for visiting Kingsguard that are not in town. A couple people have stayed in them. But they're it's 4 beds per room. They're not bunk beds, but it's a smaller room with one in each corner. Corin takes up his offer as well. It doesn't appear that he wants to stay anywhere. Also, he appears he's really having a good time talking to you guys. He's like these 3 are really interesting.
He's not talking to me very much, or at least I'm not talking to him very much.
He's really not Ilikhal. He's really into Alfonz and Alfonz's items, and he's kind of talking he appears really knowledgeable about book stuff. He's well educated. He doesn't just seem like a kid. He seems like an educated kid. He does take note of your signet ring also. Mm-hmm. He asks about what noble house you're from. He seems unfamiliar if you mention. He seems unfamiliar with it. He does ask what your business is going to be in town going forward, or were you just here to work for the Harpy Hunt?
Just a stop on the path.
And he says, the path to where, might I ask?
Do we trust this guy?
Just the general path. We enjoy traveling, as many do. Seeing more of the world.
I see. And he looks at you and says, did you mention what tribe you're from? Your markings seem, no offense, it seems familiar.
But basically just mountain folk and giant.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Not
very original, but it sounds cool to people who don't speak giant.
And you know what? And he says, he makes like a weird like reference that like is he says, "Oh, your clan roams. They're the ones that know the pass." Like, and he mentions one of the specific passes that is through the storm range.
Yes, we are one of the two who guide travelers.
He says, "Very cool. It's interesting to see you this far north." And like he kind of like mentions like he's like he casually mentions like he's gonna be headed out of town tomorrow. He said he was just kind of in town on some small amounts of business.
Have you crossed the mountains yourself?
He has not. He says, "Oh no, I've spent most of my life in the reaches so far, but I plan to venture forth soon. I came to actually investigate. Recently, there have been some frostbiters that have been behaving oddly.
Yes, we encountered 4 on our way to the harpy nest. Actually,
4 here.
Yes, I thought it was very strange.
He says, I saw some in Barrett's Mill about a month ago, and that was odd enough. They were too far out of the mountains, they're too far down, honestly.
This is even stranger.
Yes, this is quite frankly disturbing. And like he starts to like mutter to himself. He's like, frostbite. Like you see, he's like, they don't usually. And he just shakes his head. He's like, I'll have to tell. You hear? He says like, I'll have to tell. And then he just kind of shakes it. He's like, yeah, strange, truly. Even the harpies, honestly, the harpies shouldn't be this close to civilization. Yes, it was abandoned town, but they stay up in the cliffs more as well.
Yes, it is odd.
Hmm.
What are you doing in town?
He says, I just getting into trouble.
We know a little bit about that.
Yep. He says getting into trouble. Finding my own trouble is actually what he says himself. He tries to kind of brush off the question. You do notice he tries to kind of brush off the question. Says he's getting into trouble. You can make an insight check.
Yeah.
If you wish.
I will. I don't think it's very high. Oh. 18.
Yeah, he just kind of brushed off a little bit. Can't tell if he's lying.
That's helpful. That's a great 18. That's a great use of that.
He happened to roll 22.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Pretty well. It could be true, could not be true.
Yeah. Isn't everyone getting into trouble in some way?
Yeah, I guess we are. He said, "You," and he kind of looks at you. He says, and he as you're walking into the Marshall District, you guys. I heard a rumor last night that a group of 3 individuals were causing a ruckus at the two-sided coin. And he said, it was an unusual grouping. It was a fancily dressed individual with a pointed hat, a Goliath, and
I stick my hat inside my bag.
I just kind of casually take out one of my hand axes and flip it in my hand as we walk.
And he goes, I mean no offense. I have no allegiances to those thugs.
I would like to pat him on the back.
Okay.
You're very trusting of this stranger. This is weird.
Pilot is trusting of most strangers, so this adds up.
I guess so.
I mean, to be fair, I was gonna stab Alfonz in an alley the first time I met him.
Everyone but Alfonz.
Trust.
Does he? What does he say?
That's what he said. He looks back at you. He says, "Yes."
That is an interesting rumor.
And he says,
however, I heard it was only 2. who were giving them trouble.
Interesting. He said, good that they get trouble. They deserve it. King's justice be to them. That's all I have to say.
Oh, I like this guy.
And he kind of scratches his like he is like that kind of like scratches his neck. Is not a fan. Not a. You can tell he is not a fan of the stingers. Yeah, you make it to the Kingsguard outpost. You are shown to a barracks room. It is actually not a 4-bedroom. It is a 6-bed. It is a long bed room. There are 6 beds down a long room. There are small chests at each. It appears unoccupied except for you, and the 4 of you will be in there. It is safe here. You don't have to keep watch if you don't want.
Yeah.
You feel safe. Thad even says there'll be breakfast in the morning in the mess. It's going to be like, it's free food. It's not great. He says it's free food. Sometimes I come when my wife doesn't want to cook.
Better than rations.
It is better than hardtack. You all go to sleep.
Get half our hit dice back.
You do get half your hit dice back. And that night, you all dream. Alfonz, you laying in this bed, it is a fairly comfortable bed. You dream of sitting upon a rock's back and flying over a city. A beautiful capital city. A city that you recognize. You see it from above. And across the rainbow wings of this rock, you can see every part of this city in ways that you've never seen it before. The flying structures, these tall, beautiful structures, you glide easily over and around. You see people down below, almost the size of ants, moving about their day. The mountains in the background glisten against the sunrise as the sunrise catches your rock's wings. And in your haze of dream, you get to see your city in a way that you've never seen it before. Wind rushing through your hair and hat nearly flying off. You have an incredibly peaceful dream. Ilikhal, you dream once again of magic. Sparks at your fingertips, fire and ice and force and all of the elements of the Magisphere at your fingertips. You set alight a torch and you extinguish it with a thought. You freeze water and melt it immediately. You push out your hand and a boulder begins to roll away with force. You feel the call more so now than you ever have. It is just within your grasp. You feel the nature and natural order of magic solidify into a single ball just in front of you. You are floating in space, and you reach out to grab it. And you close your hands around it, and you feel the power extend into your arm, and you feel it come into your body. You feel as if you're going to explode. You embrace it. And you hold it in. And you feel as if that magic is a part of you now. Pilot, you're sleeping in a bed for the first time. In a long time, at least. You lay down in the bed, kind of like getting comfortable, and you lay perfectly still. And you close your eyes. And you're at peace for a moment. And that moment extends. And in front of you, you see a light. It's a firelight. There's a hearth. And in front of you stands a young man. Beautiful, in a way that youth begets beauty. A beautiful man, like unblemished skin, standing tall, As he looks at you and kind of he circles around, he says, "But what to call you?" He says, "Ronald? No. Philip? No, that's not good enough. John? No, those are all too mundane. I shall call you." And the memory fades. You all awake the next morning, refreshed, energized, and ready to begin a new adventure.